Welcome back, y'all. My name is AJ, and I'm here to yap about Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 3, Tatarigoroshi. I am once again joined by my straight man, Griffin. Say hello, Griffin.
Hi.
How are you?
You're alright.
Nice. So last time I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
I'm running out of these jokes to start up. To figure I would just go plain.
So,
Do you want to go? Do you want to pep yourself yet?
no,
You're going to have to at
not,
some point in this. I'm
not,
just gonna let you know now.
not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
We're too early. We're too early.
Okay.
Let's just go. The body wasn't there. The police didn't arrest me because of that. But I didn't know whether to feel happy about it. Just like Satoko said, I failed to kill her uncle. Body wasn't there, so source included as much. No matter what strange natural disaster occurred, incidents, a miracle might have been implied. Or in the free Satoko, I became a demon. And this abnormal world was my reward. Yes, metaphorically I fall into the demon world. But as the price has been paid in exchange for Satoko's life for Satoko's uncle, then that would have been fine. Since Satoko's uncle was still alive, still shackling her to him, I needed to become a demon once again. One more time. No, as many times as it took. I would kill that man over and over until Satoko was liberated. I already woken. Look at the clock to see that it was early in the morning. It's just about 5. Fuck that. It's very light outside. Fuck that! What do you mean it's light outside at 5 o'clock? Land of the rising sun, indeed. A whole body team of awakened power once more. Time wasn't an issue. No matter what, I'd do it. Got myself up.
I
Got
win.
for the past 2 days. Was completely swept away and I didn't feel sleepy anymore either. Slowly rose and made sure my body was moving like I wanted it to. Could feel blood flowing through each and every one of my fingers. I got dressed, I let my mind wander, and I had a strange thought. Those 2 days, while I say it was for Satoko's sake, the only thing on my mind has been killing. For Satoko, actually while carrying out the act, I completely forgot about Satoko, albeit only temporarily. Maybe initially it was for Satoko's sake. Now, I was just a demon killing for the sake of killing. Result, I sunk in the world fit for such a demon. Maybe it was the same for Satoshi. Resolved himself to kill his aunt to save Satoko, became a demon, and disappeared from the sunlight him in our village, vanishing into the demon world. After that, after all was said and done, I met the same fate as him. Tried to avoid making the same mistakes, but it happened anyway. Which means that maybe Satoshi was here. Satoshi came to this world a year before me, so he would be here somewhere. And surprised, I stopped walking. It was the second set of footsteps I've grown so used to hearing.
お前ひょっとして
Oh, you might stand?
サトシなのか
The empty, lifeless air wouldn't give me an answer. It felt a strange kind of relief there was someone there, that Satoshi had stuck with me this whole time. Let's go, Satoshi. Once more. But this time we'll set Satoko free for sure. Quietly slipped out of the house so my parents wouldn't notice. They caught me now when I was this late for 2 days. They'd really give me an angry talking to. Kind of left for that to happen. Did they not just wait up for him to come home? Put into it. If that body disappeared, then I have to bury it. I could just burn it to ashes and take it with me so I could kill him again every time he was resurrected. Do it again. I'll fucking do it again. This time, I'll set her free. Outside, the morning light was so beautiful. That's a staggered belief. I went to the storage room to find weapons which I could kill him for sure. Plunder or not, it didn't matter to me. Right now, I didn't care whether someone saw the police came. It's what gone crazy after all. Before I showed up at the festival and had fun, even though I wasn't there. When the police arrested me, I probably am going back in my coma as nothing had happened. Both me and the other, my brother, Keiichi. Okay, so I know I reversed the audio every single time I said it last episode. I'm gonna stop doing that. It's annoying. Basically, I didn't care if I was mistakenly killed. Every time if I died, my brother Keiichi would remain. After all, this isn't the world I belong in. I was going to be killed, and mistakenly for Satoko's sake, then that was my brother's duty as her as a Nini.
So my bover.
Still my over. I'm quick, make a nobody name out of
これ
Keiichi.
は怖いな。こいつにするか。
That's I meant for chopping thick firewood.
No, fuck.
That'd be steel bait with sense.
Horrible anagrams.
Meant for killing people. I'm not gonna take it out of the public like this. I wrapped it up in the old newspaper and tossed it in the basket on my bike.
連日悪い用事に使ってばかりで悪いな。
Happy
今日も頼む
music!
ぜ
Yeah.
俺の足。
Apologize for my bike for some reason. For the past 3 days, I've only used it
Okay.
for dangerous things. Been riding this bike ever since I lived in my old town. Could block most places I wanted to go, so I didn't use it all that much. My mom had bought it for me when I entered a cram school, thinking it would be a convenient way to get to the station since it was far away. So I've always used it to get back and forth from cram school. I only have to put textbooks and class material in the front basket too. Never tried to put a hatchet that I'd be using to kill someone in here. When I came to Higumazawa, life finally felt fun. I had the best friends ever, had some of the greatest times ever. Don't use ever twice in a sentence like that. Those times may have been shattered now, but it was my greatest wish I could go back to them, even to risk my life to do it. That's how fun those times had been. I killed someone. Now, without again needing to kill someone. Murder was a crime. I don't believe that people should ever think murder was okay. But still, times I had were enjoyable enough for me to commit such a crime. My friends were irreplaceable, and the time spent with them was treasure. Hanging out, laughing, sometimes tricking each other, was always a friendly way.
Chill out, Max, and relax and all cool.
Didn't feel commit any crimes, so as long as it's safe for taking back those things gave my heart so much pleasure. Yes, this was the valiant side to uphold. Fuck you. Wasn't something I learned from a school teacher. The noble path that I chose for myself. Murder. I saw about when I first came to Higumazawa. About how the very first day Satoko woke me by a black border racer rock. That welcome really surprised the heck out of me. Excuse me. She would laugh, get angry, cry. She was never boring. She was obviously the most childlike one among vim and vigor. Good meddling in other people's business. I went for Mion and Mika-chan too. Wasn't Satoko the one center of everyone's laughing and banter? Shit, did I overtake this friend group? Satoko would try to look cool. And Mion would make fun of her endlessly. And Satoko would cry, which put Ren in a state of ecstasy. Cruel.
Weird.
Rika would be greatly delighted. And I happened to get mixed up in it. You always fool around like that. It was lonely when someone wasn't around, but our name for one was worse. It would have been Satoko. Smile was everyone's smile. Ever since she stopped smiling, so did the rest of us. And the rest of us not smiling was the same as dying. It was just like when I was suddenly going to cram school, even though just to maintain my unchanging test scores. Basically, we were nothing when she wasn't smiling. She was full of hot air, but she was our princess, cute and unhateable. In that case, that was her night, searching for the dragon's castle in order to win her smile back.
ナイトなら武器は剣だろ。通販でとのかっこいいやつ。錆びた肉厚のナタで挑むナイトは、多分古今東西俺一人だな。
I saw a person in the ridge of the field waving to me.
おやケイチ君かい朝のサイクリングかいね
Yep, on the way to murder someone. Actually waved in back in a refreshing way. Should I really been feeling so happy? Wave me like that. Satoko's house would be right past this road, going beyond the rice paddies. The cicadas woken up too. Next thing I knew, it was the audience at a daily chorus. Gave myself a hit or two in the head and drove away my merry morning mood. I took a deep breath and tilted my head back while in my pointless excitement. The body wasn't there. An absence meant either killing him had been an illusion, or that I killed him and he had risen from the dead. If it was the festival, then maybe I should have considered it an illusion. Coach probably thought it was that way, which is why he treated me like a lunatic. But being an illusion was just impossible. Bakana.
Oh, wait a minute.
Get him out of doubt. Without a
Hold
doubt.
on.
Without.
Ujo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god, we're near the end.
What?
Oh boy. Okay. I didn't realize how close you were.
What? Griffin, I'm not mentally prepared for this, but we can't just stop.
Well, yeah,
we're
I didn't realize it was this close.
Okay, we'll just go as much as our bodies can take us.
Yeah.
Griffin, when I said one more chapter, I was implying that you would double check. But we didn't get the thing that said we ran out of. We usually get like, you have read every single. You won't. We're just going. We're just going. We're just going. We're just
Oh
going.
yeah.
Just go. Stay due to traffic accident and currently was dreaming in a hospital bed. How about how great it was to spend time with friends and rice patties like this? That was a terrifying thought, though. This was an illusion. The only possible answer that he was resurrected would make him a literal monster. But if he was such a monster, then I'm no less a monster myself. He didn't hesitate to kill someone.
Hey, and monster.
Wield curses. Takano-san probably died because I cursed her. I mean, that was a little much. I am a god of this world. Coach Oishi died too, and I cursed him yesterday. I believe it. Did you curse the entire town? I set my bicycle aside and went to take a look. His motorbike wasn't here. Of course it wasn't. I sent it down to hell that night, throwing it into the Onigafuchi swamp. Or maybe, just like how the course wasn't here, maybe the motorbike didn't get thrown into the swamp either. Who fucking knows? I don't care anymore. He's lost it. He's fucking lost it. Swamp. Uncle wasn't around, it was convenient on his own. I would just show myself in, then wait for him to return, sharpen my hatchet. Hey, Satoko, where do you have your knife sharpener? It's in the left cabinet. Thank you. The attention rose within me. Sensation was like poison, dueling my actions, but also be triggered to allow me to awaken my superhuman, otherworldly self. Super Keiichi. With the hatchet still wrapped in newspaper, made my hands look profound, sinister, and reliable. And put on my watch. I didn't know what time it was, but it was probably still a little before 7.
See, this is what happens when you stay locked in for too long.
you can't lock out.
You can't lock out.
Hunk will probably still be lazing around in bed. A guy like him probably would have stayed up late drinking, probably always slept until noon. I considered ringing the doorbell and having Satoko open the door for me, but her uncle woke up with sound and wasted my chance of him still being asleep. Satoko saw me sneaking without ringing the doorbell, she'd be surprised. I ran into her, what would I say? Hey, I'm here to kill your uncle. To you, so go over there. No, I couldn't do that. It would be like making Satoko responsible for his death. Quiet and go wait outside. Maybe that would do it. How would Satoko react to that? She would probably try and get me to give up killing him. He would have to lie somehow to get her to go outside. Satoko didn't know what a murder was going to occur in this house. I couldn't quite think of a good lie to tell her, but I couldn't do just much sitting around like this. I made up my mind, grabbed the doorknob, and slowly turned it, and pulled. Wasn't locked. The gap between the door and the wall steadily grew larger. The chain wasn't even on. The present smell of life in Satoko's house hit me. The entrance, there was a few pairs of shoes and sandals. Couldn't tell whether he was here or not just by looking at them. What happens if all his cronies are in here? We have to have a fucking Yakuza fight.
Oh, it does happen. That's exactly what happens.
Damn, bitch. You live like this?
Yeah.
Russian slightly different from a happy family mealtime. Meals were for eating food while thanking the person for making it. Whether it occurred in the dining room wasn't in a meal. Nobody in sight. No sign of anyone either. But with the television on, he must have been close. He could have anticipated my coming and hiding, waiting for me. Sunshine I felt was so thick, so tight, I would have thought it would choke me. The newspaper wrapping the hatchet's thick blade didn't hamper its power at all. Tightened my grip on it, then very carefully took a look around. Where are those peaceful feelings before I arrived, gear gone? The sound of sweet bubbling on my brows got on my nerves. And then I looked at the table and realized something. This wasn't breakfast. The grains of boiled rice were all hard and dried up. Then, was it last night's dinner? Left the dining room keeping vigilant, and went down the hallway and found the stairs to the second floor. The man playing with his friends. He looked out of a second-story window. It's highly possible the room was his own, and that he slept there. Tipped over the edge of the stairs, quietly climbing without making a sound. Couldn't hear any kind of snoring. Didn't hear anything up there. Went through a few rooms, slowly quietly, opened the paper doors, checking inside. But I still couldn't find anyone. Searched more effectively, I got down on the floor and pressed my ear right up to it. Could hear that television in the dining room, and a low hum perhaps of boiling water. It was then that I started to harbor some feelings of sussiness. This house wasn't right. It seemed like people had been here since the TV was on, but it wasn't normal for anyone to be around this early in the morning. Silently descended the stairs and went back into the dining room. I looked at the food scattered about. Completely dried up rice. An overturned bowl of miso soup. The package for a side dish brought at the supermarket. Could tell Satoko definitely been one who made this. Food was far from Mion's perfection or Rena's gentleness, but it was sincere. Just my how she cooked it for me at the house, and the type amount of side dishes I deduced the meal was from last night. Number stamped in the food packages read 8306, June 20th, 1983. That was yesterday. So that means Wate Nagashi happens on June 19th. It was last night's dinner. Satoko's uncle would have been here then.
Huh. I didn't know you could eat.
Stop it, Keiichi. Don't even think about saying the word Bakana again. Don't say it. I'm sick of hearing it. Anyway, Uncle was here last night. That much was the truth. I found fault with Satoko's food, thrown the bowl of musu soup, flung the rest everywhere. In deep within my feelings of calm and composure was a lit flame of anger and a curse. Should I have ever showed this man any mercy? Bump. Heard a sound again, the one from before, like a water boiler. What was it coming from? The first floor? But where? The bathroom, maybe? I could hear the noise coming from the other side of the frosted glass at the far end of the changing room. It has to be the sound of water boiler for the bath. Steam was enshrouding the glass door, and the heat from it was leaking into the changing room where I was standing too. My misgivings deepened. People didn't normally take a bath this early in the morning. If you did that, you're weird. Yes, you listening to this. You're weird. Time has stopped ever since this moment last night. Whistle, whistle, whistle. Was it being reheated? The water boiler in the bathroom had been active this whole time. I checked in the clothing basket and saw Satoko's familiar uniform stuffed in it. From its stains and dried rice stuck to it, certainly something that she could not wear today. It was probably from the miso soup at the dinner table yesterday. I looked hard at the frosty glass, but I couldn't see anything through all the steam. And then an electric surge ran through my mind, and a terrible premonition came over me. She couldn't possibly been there since last night. That would be Bakana. Damn it, Keiichi, what did you just say? But no, in Humasawa right now, nothing was Bakana. I gulped audibly and then pulled aside the glass door. Hot, steaming air burst out from the side opening. The fan wasn't on in the changing room, so it went completely white with the steam. At the hint, just as the hot vapor poured in from the changing room, cooler air flowed from the room within the bath, and I just heard, due to being hit by that air, a very weak moan. That's all I needed to know who it was. No answer. Satoko's in the bathtub, surrounded by a thick layer of rising steam. The top half of her body was leaning over the edge of the tub, and she was passed out. The water boiler kept making a whistling noise, as if angered. I could see the gas flame through the small windows, roaring a full floor. It's completely blue. Damn, it's blue! Satoko's entire body was boiled red and flaccid, though the bones melted away. She was almost like a doll. She lay there unconscious, like a puppet with its strings cut.
God damn it.
I was half seconds fast as I stared in complete bafflement. I always make you laugh the most unexpected times, don't I, Griffin?
Yes.
I dragged Satoko's small body out of the bathtub. I think that means I'm doing something right. The water in it was as hot as the water in public baths. Just boiling the water for the entire night? She'll die. She'll die. Can that kill you? I don't think...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. He said hot as public baths, and I know those get hot, but they're not like boiling hot. I think that analogy just threw me off.
大丈夫かサトコ。俺だ、ケイチだ。
Quick, throw some cold water on her. I'm surely that'll cause no horrible reactions within the body. She just fucking turns to mist if you do that. I can't recall what she was saying. Her eyes were muddy and focused. I could tell she wasn't completely conscious. Upon closer inspection, her limbs and waist were twitching slightly. This was way worse than normal overheating. It was dangerous. They call it heat stroke. Think, what would a teacher do if a girl passed out in the middle of summer during a marathon in gym class or something? Turn the water faucet in the kitchen all the way on, soak the towel in it. Okay, he's thinking smartly. I took the cold towel and pressed it to Satoko's forehead. I don't react harshly to coldness and let him out a muffled voice. It burns, right. You would soak this burn spot under running water. Then could I go in cool water, shower, and cool off like that? No! 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 It'd be go into a shock. Yeah, her entire body's gonna fucking explode. As much as nurse can possibly give her. Anything more than this would be too much for the likeness of an amateur.
大丈夫かサトコ。もう大丈夫だからな。
Satoko, what happened?
必ず俺が
Squid
ニーニー
Game.
が助けてやるからな。
The fuck?
I'm glad they have the decency to not show this. Well, Satoko reciting under her breath. But it does mean looking at the black screen for a very long amount of time.
Yeah.
That moment, I understood what they were for.
サトコ、お前数を数えてるのか。
Is she counting a timeout? People tell little kids in the bath to count to 100 a lot, right? Do they? Satoko was counting like that. But 5,039?
バカ野郎。お前の家の風呂はいくつ数える決まりになってんだよ。
Down my ears and down her common sense. 10,000?
ふざけるなバカ野郎。1万なんて数えられるバカがどこにいるんだよ。数えられるわけねえだろ。その前にユダって死んじまうに決まってんだろ。どうしてこんなことに。
Outside, her uncle flew in a rage at the dinner she made, saying it stunk, it wasn't edible. Satoko didn't understand what on earth he meant. Wasn't much different than what she usually made for him. Maybe he hated the smell of the pickled vegetables she brought in particular. Her uncle then decided the stink was originating from Satoko and shouted at her that she never even took baths. Then he put, oh, okay, so that's what that thing was from last time. She counted 2. Keiichi, I understand your anger and you're completely justified in the moment, but maybe nursing Satoko to health is okay. Okay, stop shouting. Stop shouting. Keiichi! I snapped and exploded. Raised a newspaper wrapped hatchet, I stamped through the house. I searched for anything, traces, signs, smells, vibrations, heartbeats. With a war cry, I raced up the stairs with such force I could have stomped a hole through them. Then I found the futon in the room I thought to be her uncle's, and well where he wasn't sleeping in it, bashed it with the hatchet. Did he run to the closet? Hiding in the closet? Burst the entire closet down, door and all. It's not there, maybe it has a secret door. Now switches and levers and the walls here. Look, I know Keiichi's kind of gone off the deep end, but I feel like he's completely justified in this current time and space. If we ignore all context that has happened outside of this house. Right, Griffin? Right?
I mean, yeah, yeah, I can see why he's doing it.
It's just that's kind of a problem right now. Are you done? You good? You good? You good? I destroyed everything beyond recognition in Uncle's room. My reason finally kicked in and suppressed my emotions. Anyway, Uncle Raul's in the house right now. I have to leave killing him to him until later. Right now I have to do something about Satoko. I'm back to the changing room.
Yeah, maybe you should take care of her.
Yeah, I tried to tell him that, but he was kind of screaming. He would not stop shouting over me.
Hear you.
Girl should never. She's really good today. Try to lock me up in a mental hospital. I never wanted to see his damn face again, but he's the only person who could help her. You have a doctor look at Satoko. It's not about putting her in a darter uniform line on the basket, but no experience dressing someone, so it'd be pretty difficult. Is it that hard to dress someone? Clothing instead of carrying a bath towel. Clinic was close to Satoko's house. It would be faster to carry her there than call 119 and get an ambulance. I threw the biggest towel I could find over her and prompted her to stand.
立てるか。俺が診療所までおぶって行ってやるから。
ありがとう。ですわ。
Her words sounded clearer than before. She was starting to come back. I cried tears of relief knowing she improved even just a little bit. It's like the moment she was lying on her face and then pulled a weak struggle to get up on her knee. Soon Lee swept her up and put her on my back. The towel I put on her seemed like it was about to fall off.
バスタオル。痛い。
すぐ着くから。しばらくの間だけ我慢してろ。
It hurt one bit to carry Satoko. She was light, too light. Lightness actually made me uneasy. I was gonna ask if it was gonna stick to her, and I realized no, that only happened if she was like freezing. Fucking cicadas. Why did I choose this morning to get so hot outside? That's gonna be my new expletive. Fucking cicadas.
Fucking cicadas.
I was seeing Satoko on my back. I broke into a trot. I say this all the time.
I broke. What? Broke into a trot?
No, fucking cicadas.
Oh yeah, it's true. Fucking cicadas.
The hilly road to the clinic, which I had never had difficulty before, was now torturous. Big beads of sweat formed my brow, and some point my breath had gone faint. Hatching my belt was heavy and made it hard to walk. Considered leaving it, but I couldn't let it go, at least not while Satoko's uncle was still breathing. Hey Satoko, can you hold this for me? Yeah, sure. Signboard for the ear clinic claimed to sight. But I quickly noticed something was odd, so I stopped. The red moment lights were flashing in the clinic. 3 police cars were parked in the parking lot with their lights on. There didn't need to be much else to inform me something had happened. I wanted to see Coach, so I planned to leave Satoko in the clinic waiting room and give the receptionist a message. But with that police officer with her, I couldn't go inside so carelessly.
なんですの？パトカーがいっぱい。
There was a prank! Ha 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 ha! I put chocolate on the shade of
わ
ticket.
からない。様子を見てくるから。しばらくここにいろ。
レディオ。バスタオル1枚で。
Yeah, Keiichi, this does not seem like a good idea.
なってませんわね。
I would rather
それ
put...
だけ悪態がつけりゃ大丈夫だ。
I'll be right back, I had to get on my feet.
She could talk shit. She's fine.
Yeah, whatever. Sure. I overheard an officer wearing a necktie, probably the leader, and a white-robed doctor having a discussion about something. Did EDA die? The doctor didn't seem to be Coach. I was one of those Coach who told me to tee after yesterday.
じゃあつまり最初に見つけたのは朝当番のあなただったと。それでどんな感じだったんです？
事務室の所長席のソファーに座って居眠りをしているように見えました。
で、机の上に水差しと空き瓶になった睡眠薬があったんで、あなたはすぐに睡眠薬で自殺したんだと考えたと。それで
高熱と瞳孔の拡大に重度の意識障害も見られました。睡眠薬中毒の典型的な重症例だと思いましたので、直ちに対応に入りました。
警察も救急も呼ばずに？
I'm a doctor, sir.
ここは病院で私は医師です。
Fucking
生命が危
stupid.
険な状態にあるなら、直ちに治療して当然です。
ああ、まあいいからいいから。それで
呼吸が不正常だったので、人工呼吸を施しました。合わせて呼吸刺激薬を投与。効果が出なかったので、人工呼吸器の準備をし。
ああ、はいはい。それでつまりいろいろ頑張ったけど結局ダメだったと、そういうわけですよね。通報は死んでから直ちに？
はい。救うことができず、とても残念です。
There's a radio on a police car starting to buzz, producing a broken mechanical voice.
こちら本部、こちら本部。小宮山さん、聞こえますか？どうぞ。
もしもし、小宮山です。ああ、お疲れ様です。睡眠薬での自殺みたいですね。遺書の類はなし。
Suicide? What the heckle freckle were they talking about? Someone committed suicide at the clinic? But who do you fucking think? Wish Sakura-san dead and she died the next day. Yesterday wish Coach was dead. Then he could have...
普段から
This is a
睡眠
prank,
薬
bro.
を常用していたとかは。
あまり知りません。
日頃疲れたとか死にたいとかそんなこと言ってました？
入江先生は普段からああいう性格でしたから、とてもそんな風には。
So I was right. Irie-sensei. They were talking about Coach. Coach killed himself. Why would he do that? Is he stupid? The reason that came to mind was I wanted him dead. This world
Yes,
was
everything-
insane.
Everything revolves around you.
If I wanted someone dead, they died. That's what kind of world this was. Then what about Oishi? What happened to him? I don't know. Why don't you ask me yourself? Ah!
そちらに応援が向かいました。課長からそちらは応援に任せて大石社の捜索に戻るとのことです。
了解しました。
Yeah, so he's gone missing.
じゃあすいません。こっちに今応援が来てるそうですから現場はこのままにしておいてください。おい、行くぞ。
Officers not split up their patrol cars. Did they just say searching for Oishi car? I have really good hearing. Searching for his car.
Is it Oishi cart? God damn it. First time.
Actually, they disappeared. How angry you were when you said you wish someone was dead and it only didn't happen. I know, Keiichi, I've tried in the past few days. Everybody wishing would make them dead, so that's why people got us to curses such lightly. Curses I uttered was being granted. Did he say fuck? Did he say fuck this town, Griffin? I heard a footstep.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Someone won
Maybe.
this time. He came from behind. He stood right behind me. He's right behind me, isn't he? For my shoulder.
一体何事なんです？
Oh,
Oh, right.
yeah, don't tell me about that.
サトコが
Dude, the fucking scream, dude. Damn.
Bro, you fucking left me on the floor.
いきなり大声を出さないでくださいまし。
It was Satoko. Her eyes were still unstable and focused, but she seemed to at least walk around now. She looks far better now compared to her earlier exhausted state.
具合はどうなんだ？もう大丈夫なのか？
まだ頭が痛いですけど、いつまでもこんな格好で表にいられませんもの。
She gave a smile, showed courage, her legs were still shaky.
それより、これは一体何事なんです
So
か？
don't panic.
今警察が話してるのを聞いてた限りじゃ。
Well, even you have good
監督
hearing.
が自殺したらしい。
Satoko was a loss for words. Her gray face grew paler and paler. I could tell she was doubting her own ears.
ケイチさん、それ本当ですの？何かの聞き間違いじゃないんですの？
確かにそう聞いたよ。入江先生が睡眠薬で自殺したって。
Satoko went down on her knees and broke out into tears.
嘘ですわ。監督が自殺なんて、そんなの絶対に。
I was Satoko crying, clawing the glass. I found myself trapped in guilt and remorse. I was so angry. Coach treated me like a madman yesterday. And he betrayed me. And I saw it. Could have off dead. But even Coach Umi deserved to die, so must have people who loved and respected him. Like Satoko here. In my selfish egotism and anger, I wished for his death and was granted. Now Satoko is crying hysterically as a result. The guilt tore in my heart. What if I murdered for Satoko's sake? I wanted Satoko to be happy. What really it took? Murder means someone's life. Making everyone attached to that person sad. Satoko's uncle's case, of course, nobody would be sad. Some feel sense of guilt at all. But Coach's death was different. I want to make Satoko happy. And that resulted in inflicting deep sadness upon her, hadn't it? But Coach killed himself. It wasn't my...
I didn't do it.
Seeming a little calmer now. Wiping her tears, she stood up.
すまない。
One thing I could think of to say to her was an apology.
どうして謝りますの？
俺、昨日監督とその喧嘩して、お前なんか死んじまえって呪ったんだ。呪ったから本当に死んじゃって。
I looked at me dubiously for a few moments. Eventually her expression was softer and she interpreted my words her own way.
圭一さんのせいではありませんわ。監督も大人ですもの。自分の命を捨てるに値する都合があって悩んだ末に選んだんですもの。誰のせいでもありませんわ。
She smiled a little, trying to confront me.
いつまでもこのままでいたくありませんわ。服が欲しい。
いいのかよ。診療所に行って見てもらった方が。
服を着てから見てもらっても別に死にはしませんわ。
Oh no, my one weakness. Wool. She fucking dies. No, she covered as much as she let on. At first, Satoko tried to go back home, but it was a time of morning where people were going to school and to work. So seeing people walking around, she thought better of it. She must have been pretty embarrassed wearing only that towel. Here, I'll go kill a girl your size to get her clothes. Keiichi, what the fuck? Sorry, I just gotta taste for blood. Oh, thank God, we don't have to give you a different clothes sprite.
Keiichi-san.
Does... why did I click that button?
Oh yeah, the original sprite.
Why did both of them have her posing? Why? This is actually like, you know, modest.
Yeah, the original Rikishi sprite is
Also, why the fuck was that ugly shade of blue? Oh my God, I feel like if I put that back on screen, I'm gonna fucking get in trouble. That's how I hang my head and spoke to me.
監督はああ見えても大人ですのよ。圭一さんと喧嘩したくらいで自殺するような人ではありませんわ。
What? Are you trying to say the world doesn't revolve around me? Bakuna. It's not a coincidence, but the three people now I couldn't discard the possibility. There was no such thing as impossible in this world. Griffin, I swear to God, when I get fucking throw a thesaurus at him.
おかしいんだ。
何がですの？
I mean, I killed your uncle. He's still alive. So, that was that.
おとといの綿流しのお祭り。お前は途中で帰ったから行かなかったんだよな。そして俺は祭りに行ってみんなと遊んだ。
らしいですわね。あの時は取り乱して申し訳ありませんでした。
Way to rub it in. Talk about how she blew at me in the classroom yesterday and bowed to me a little.
実は俺祭りに行っていないって言ったら信じるか？
Now look at me confuzzled. She couldn't help it, of course.
信じられるわけありませんわ。何を今さら。
信じられないだろ。信じられないのは俺も同じなんだ。だって俺は祭りに行っていないのに俺が祭りに現れて みんなと遊んだって言うんだ。こんなの信じられるわけないだろ。
それ本気ですの？
ああ、綿流しの夜からおかしいんだ。いつの間にか変な足音がペタペタとついてくるようになって。
The blood drained from Satoko's expression.
足音がペタペタ。
Oh, you hear them
そうなん
too?
だ。
What?
最初は気のせいだと思ってたけど、ずっとついてくるんだ。多分今もついてきてる。里子の足音と混じってよく聞き分けられないけれど。
Tessa took a long, hard look at me. Maybe she was doubting my sanity. Fair. Goes to the same thing. What after telling all this? Also, I like how Satoko's hair is still clearly parted, like she has her fucking headband on.
綿流しの日、
Here got the gamer dent.
俺は祭
Shut
り
the
に行か
fuck
ず
up.
あることをしていたんだ。ずっとだぞ。眠ったり意識がなくなったりしたことはなかった。だから寝ぼけ気分でフラフラと記憶になく祭りに出かけたなんてことはありえない。
それはおかしいですわね。ならどうやってお祭りで遊んだんですの？
だから俺は祭りには行ってないんだよ。
Maybe I move so fast. No, I can't let myself get emotional. I get agitated now and likely proving there's something wrong with my head, which there probably is.
ごめん。みんなが信じてくれないんでつい。
圭一さんがそう言うなら信じてあげますわ。それで？
あの夜高野さんに会ったんだ。それで見下されたと思って俺は心の中で念じたんだ。お前なんか死んじまえ。
Okay, Keiichi, we can have a conversation about how you react to people
どことなくそういう雰囲気がございますものね。
not treating you the way you want to.
わからなくもありませんでしたよ。
But except for
高野
her,
さん
she's
が
a
死ん
bitch.
だの知ってるか？昨日の話だ。どこかで焼け死んだらしい。
それ本当ですの？死んだんですの？
俺が死ねと願うと次の日には死んでるんだ。それから警察の大石ってやつも知ってるか？ムカつく太った刑事みたいなやつ。
Someone nodded a little.
さっき警察が話してるのを聞いたんだが、どうもあいつ行方不明になってるらしい。実は昨日あいつにも死んじまえって念じてたんだ。
Keiichi, what the fuck, man?
本当の話ですの？
嘘じゃない。俺だって信じたくないけど本当の話なんだ。高野さんも監督も大石も俺が死ねと念じたら本当に死んでしまったんだ。
Oh well, Satoko was at a loss. Long silence ensued.
それは怖い話ですわね。圭一さんにせめて嫌われないように気をつけませんと。
それだけじゃない。もっとおかしいこともあるんだ。それはお前のおじなんだ。
おじさまの話はやめてくださいましな。
昨日いたんだろ、お前の家に。
あの人の話はやめてくださいます。嫌なんですの。
ありえないんだ。あいつがいるわけがないんだ。
やめてって言ってますのよ。
あの男が綿流しの夜以降いるわけがないんだ。だって
あの男のことはもう嫌なんですの。
俺が殺したんだ、この手で。
Then Cicada stopped crying. Her face was streaked with tears, and it stiffened more as she looked at me in disbelief.
俺が綿流しの祭りの夜にお前のおじを殺したんだ。だからお前の家に 帰ってくるなんてことはありえないんだ。
But still, he went back. And last night he found fault with your dinner, you made him yellow so instinctively and basically boiled you in the bathtub. That couldn't possibly happen.
だから俺はあの男を確かに殺したという証拠を確かめるために埋めた死体を昨日掘り返したんだ。だがそこには死体はなかった。こんなことがあり得ると思うか。確かに殺したのに死体がないんだ。そして何事もなかったかのように帰宅してお前の前にこんなことがあっていいはずないだろう。
Satoko's entire body stiffened. She was shrinking away like there's someone in front of her about to hurt her.
お前も俺のこと頭が変になったって
A little?
思ってるんだろうな。無理もないさ。
How about just a little?
俺だって信じられない。
ケイイチさんはきっと空前呪った人が死んでしまったんで混乱してるだけに違いありませんわ。監督の自殺にショックを受けて気が動転してるだけなんですのよ。今日はもう学校を休んでお家で休んだ方がよろしいと思いますわ。私はもう平気ですから、どうかご自分の体を大事になさいまし。
I suppose like she understood me, also told me to go home. Could see the revulsion in her face. I knew she didn't want to be around me anymore.
サトコをちゃんと診療所まで見送ったら俺も帰る。サトコだってまだ足元がフラフラじゃないか。途中で倒れたら大変だぞ。
私はもう本当に大丈夫なんですのよ。男の人にいつまでもこんな姿を晒していたくないんですのよ。
She wobbled up the shrine steps, looking like she was about to fall. Then I had to help her stay on her feet. But then Satoko promptly jumped away from me. The outright rejection hurt a lot. When she got to the top of the stairs, her breathing was ragged and she wasn't even looking at me. At this point, I was being ignored. Well, it was more like she didn't want to have anything to do with me. I was really feeling on rejection. And that hurt my heart more than any blade could have. This was the path I've chosen for her sake. To be like this at the end of it all was just so saddening. Don't be naive, my bad Keiichi. You never wanted to be repaid in the first place. You didn't do it so that Satoko would thank you. You just so Satoko would be happy. And that was what led to this ending. Yukichan's house was a disaster prevention storehouse used by the town council. We went past it a little further than the shrine grounds, apparently reached the back of the assembly hall. Satoko was heading there, walking quickly, the gravel on her feet crunching as she went. Did she want to get there as soon as possible, or did she want to run away? I couldn't tell. Maybe she should respect her boundaries right now. I heard a vigorous sound of wings flapping. Turned around and saw a crow. Ominous. Seen many crows since coming to Himurazawa. Saw a lot in my old town, though. Garbage day, they flock to the trash collection points, peck through the bags with their beaks, drag out contents, and have a feast. Remembering that, I saw a few crows flock around.
Oh.
No. The cicadas quieted. Breathing stopped. Thoughts ceased. Even time came to a halt. Right, I can stop time. Ran over to the crows for flocking. Ran in third order to drive away a horrible idea out of my mind. I definitely hadn't wanted this. There's no way I would ever wish for this, even by mistake. This was not... Hi, Rika. Crow's big black bodies flew away to expose the garbage bag. Oh! What I had seen there, the screen escaped from my head except for looking at. Holy shit! That's a disturbing image.
Yeah.
I heard the double click for you to look back at the screen. What was this? Satoko came over later, realizing something had happened. Oh no, Satoko, this is really, really, you don't want to see, you don't, this wasn't, the garbage bag was crimson, dyed in fresh blood. I can have this stupid roundabout way of saying it. Thank you, Keiichi. That's right, yes, yes, it was Rika-chan, our friend Satoko's best friend. Always easygoing, clever as a cat, but so you can hate her. Our friend Rika-chan, she was Rika-chan was stark naked. She was face up, limbs sprawled. Can you play another sound effect game, please? No? Okay. The dramatic sting kind of loses impact when you repeat it like that.
Rika! Rika!
Satoko broke down crying on the spot. And yet she still couldn't approach her friend's remains. The crows had gone through the garbage bag and dragged, well, they dragged out an apple peel and spread it all over. Ooh. No, no. Crows, they couldn't do this. Ugh. Spot, I started vomiting. Sour taste became a bitter one as I threw up over and over again. Rika-chan, I got the picture. I get it. Was cut wide open, vertically, completely open. Crows couldn't have done this. And from her open stomach, her organs, her bowels were dragged out like children's toy left over the floor. An unbelievable sight induced oxygen deprivation of my brain. Color left my vision, a pounding headache, dizzy, and I wanted to vomit. You already did. It's like the minor remains of a ceremonial killing. A gut-spilling festival. Later, here her limbs sprawled out, and then cut her stomach.
That is a thing.
Dragged her out her intestines. What?
the intestine spilling ritual.
Alright, so let's look at all these sound effects stacking up. We got creepy phaser, which is the whoa. Then I got creepy cicadas, the distorted cicadas, and the mangle.
I think that's the mangle string. Oh, get you the phaser. Oh.
Can someone please kill that fucking violin player? I swear to God, it has lost. Her pics were there sticking out of her guts, and her intestines were scattered everywhere, every direction, like it had been for fun. The entire ground was covered in an ocean of red and black. After a few crows hopping upside down that ocean, they walked through the sea of blood, leaving bloody footprints. And those footprints, there were several still left on Rika-chan's body. Those sinister prints made it even more like bizarre ritual killing. May have wished for Takano, Coach, and Oishi to die. But I don't remember ever wishing for Rika-chan's death. Stumbled backwards and stomped on a newspaper. Newspaper? A place like this? Newspaper was what was covering my hatchet. Kept it wrapped around my belt in order to carry Satoko. The newspaper had fallen off. Sheesh! Don't scare me like that. Bent down to pick it up, and then Satoko looked at me with such disbelief I'd never seen and froze. Oh! She was looking straight at me. The hatchet. On my belt. Wait, hold on.
Oh.
I know how this looks.
You just said that everyone that you wanted to die had died, Keiichi.
You admitted to killing someone. She didn't care at all. She was exposing herself to the towel. Don't say that. Just step back from the demon in front of her. How about you drop the hatchet? So quickly, Satoko began to run unsteadily. Run away, that is.
待ってくれ
Keiichi!
違うんだ違うんだ
The way she ran, it was so weak, so slow. Like, when I went after her, I could have caught up with her. But if I tried to grab Satoko's shoulder or something right now, she might actually go crazy. So I had to follow her and try to clear this up. At least he knows not to touch her.
鷹野さんを殺して監督を殺して大石さんも殺したんでございましょう。おじさまを殺そうとして理科まで人殺し
違う俺じゃない俺は殺してなんかいない。
何を言ってるんですの。あなたさっき自分で言ったじゃありませんの。死ねって死んでしまえって。それでみんな死んでしまったんでしょ。
俺はその死ねっ
It's
て
so
思った
strange
だ
for
けど
Satoko to be talking in a completely natural voice.
自分で何をしたか記憶に残っていないんでございましょう。そんな人の話なんか。
It also does make her sound like 20 years older, though.
欠落してるだけなんじゃありませんの。いや、記憶がないふりをしてるだけなんじゃありませんの。第一、そのナタは何なんですのよ。説明してごらんなさいな。
I was gonna use it to kill your uncle.
ほ
Again.
ら、ほら、ケイイチさんは殺人鬼じゃありませんの。どうしてですの。ちょっと意地悪だったけど、楽しくて優しい。一度は本当のニーニーかもしれないとまで思ったのに、どうしてそんな風になってしまったんですの。
Might have been able to slowly answer each one of Satoko's questions at a time. But in this situation, explaining my innocence in such a short period of time was Bakana. I mean, I didn't even know if it was really innocent anyway. At the very least, I killed Satoko's uncle. It was so body, but I fucking killed him. Without a doubt. Boy, I was far from innocent. And I wish Takano-san, Coach, and Oishi were dead. And that curse of mine was granted. When I wished for Takano-san to die, I didn't think of anything more than a normal thing you say to someone you didn't like. She actually did die, and I realized I wanted people to die, and they would. And hoping it would happen again, I cursed Koichi and Oishi-san to the same fate. So if ignoring Takano-san's death, Koichi and Oishi's were completely predetermined crimes. Premeditated. Was I a killer, just like Satoko said? Unable to distinguish illusion reality and turn into a demon without remembering? Become a killer, carry Oryoshiro-sama's curse? No, that couldn't be it. It was impossible. Ah, damn it. The very word impossible was impossible in Himazawa right now. How many freaking times have I said that word these past 3 days? I don't know, do you guys want to count? Satoko started crying again, and was walking unsteadily. Felt like she was still running, but now it was like she was walking away crying someone from bullying her.
どうしてこんなことになってしまったんですの。どうして。
If there was an answer to that, then I wanted to know too. Why? Why had it turn out like this?
ニーニーがいなくなってずっと寂しかったけど、ケイイチさんが転校してきてくれて、またみんな明るくなって楽しくなって、毎日が光ってたのに。
Yeah. She was right. Those days were bright and beautiful. And yet, after that, Satoko and I shouted the exact same thing.
どうして
こんなことに。
Cicadas were staring at that spectacle, our strange game of tag. And shut up, shut up, shut up! Eventually I heard the murmuring of a steam. The forest parted, some suspension. What the fuck is this place? Have we been here yet? Tatsuko's
No, we haven't.
Daedalus wobbling.
Oh,
This is
hey.
my falling moment.
How about that?
Oh, we saw this bridge in the when it was told us that it was the curse killing
The title.
chapter.
大丈夫か
This is the title card.
近寄らないで。この人殺し。
Satsuko sat it out and made her hatred very clear. It was sad. I just realized Higurashi has the she in it. The
どうして
kill, death.
こうなってしまったんですの。
Yes.
ケイイチさんのこと。
wanted to go up to her and give her a hand, but the distance between us was uncrossable. Ran close to Satoko would start shouting again, and say things that would hurt me deeply again. So I couldn't approach any closer than this.
サトコ、俺にもなんでこうなったかわからないんだ。でもこれだけは言える。リカちゃんを殺したのは俺じゃないんだ。それだけは絶対に。い
い加減なこと言わないでほしいですわ。自分の記憶にも自信が持てない人が何を言ったってどう信じればいいって言うんですの。
Tap my hands into fists. This was mortifying. I wasn't crazy. Yamazawa was crazy ever since I wandered into it, lost in that one night. The insane world where I was in the festival where I wasn't, and uncle I was killed was alive, and death would just come by wishing for it, and this was the world's fault. Me and I started acting strangely, then possessed by something too, and Coach wouldn't believe anything I had to say. And even Satoko, who I should have protected, was yelling at me like this. Was that price for killing a man supposed to be this high? Was I really going to be forced to stay in such a bitter world? I did the right thing. At least I wanted to. So then, why? I hated it. Every time I asked why, the day Satoko and I enjoyed in peace went so wrong.
サトコ、信じてくれ。俺は人殺しじゃない。
ではそのナタは何なんですの。納得のいく説明はできまして。
このナタが怖いのか。じゃあ捨てるよ。それなら安心だろ。
Satoko didn't know, but she's in agreement with that proposition. Somebody took the hatchet out of my belt and dropped it over the side of the bridge into the stream below. Hopefully we don't need that later.
捨てたぞ。これで話を聞いてくれるな。
武器を捨てたぐらいで気を許すと思いまして。圭一さんほどの方なら私を素手で絞め殺すなんて簡単でしょうに。
Like how I would ever want to kill Satoko. You idiot.
じゃあどうしたらいい。両手を頭の上で組んだらいいか。
そうですわね。両手を頭の上で組んで後ろを向いてくださいます。
It was a cunning plan, much like the ones you used during club activities. Putting my hands on my head and turning away would mean I could attack Satoko very easily. Immediately, Kurako accepted her request, so make her feel better.
これでいいか。俺の話を聞いてくれ。
Then stood up and carefully approached me from behind. Then she actually came right up behind me. She was so close and yet so sad that I wasn't allowed to turn around.
圭一さんが悪くないのはなんとなく薄々分かっていましたわ。
え？
多分あなたは何か悪いものに乗り移られただけなんですの。さっきまでは圭一さんが殺人鬼なんだと思ってたけど、私分かりましたの。あなたの目を見ていたら。
Could hear that Satoko was still crying, but her voice was gentle just the same.
圭一さんが人殺しなんかするわけがない。圭一さんの体を何か悪いもの
That's
が
the
乗っ
exact
取って
rationale Keiichi made for
悪事
Mion.
に駆り立てただけ。
She's speaking literally right now? Was she trying to admonish me? I couldn't tell.
思えばひょっとするとあの人たちも圭一さんと同じものに乗り移られていたのかもしれない。あの時は殺されるとしか思わなかったから、そこまでは考えが及ばなかったけど、今ならわかる。あれは乗り移った何か悪いものの仕業だった。
サトコ、何の話だ。
It sounds like she was talking to me. More like she was talking to herself, like she was confessing at my back.
わかってるんですの。私身に覚えがないわけじゃないんですのよ。
Then the voice started to become mixed with sobs. Pain voice toward my heart. I didn't know what Satoko was talking about.
西宮殿の屋根によじ登ったことがありますの。何年も前のことですわ。
Once, when Satoko was playing hide and seek at the shrine ground, she cried on this road for the storehouse ritual implements, which everyone said not to go near, and hid. Satoko saw that she could get in through a window meant for ventilation. Oh no, she vented. Satoko were cursed with playing scary, but she's more curious what's inside the unknown storehouse. She removed the grating on the window, which was once already hanging off, slid her small body into it, and climbed down inside. It was too dark to see much, but after descending, she realized just how high up she had been. Darkness, she could feel things around her thanks to the faint light coming in from the air window. To her disappointment, it was just a regular old storehouse. She tried to leave, but the door was locked up tight from the outside and was not made to open from within. She would have to go back out to the ventilation window she'd just come from. But the window was high on the wall, and there was no way she would ever be able to climb back up. Satoko desperately tried not to cry, racked her brains, thinking of a way to get up there. There was a lot of birdcage-looking things hanging from chains from the ceiling. She took the hanging chains and strung them along the wall. She climbed with the bundles of chains. She might be able to make a climb out to the ventilation window. You are a very resourceful young girl. Holy shit. Who taught you to do this? You're 6. And then she tried. It's dark and creepy, but she wanted to stay there forever. The more she thought about that, the more she panicked. She climbed a bundle of chains. Satoko could hear the clicks and clangs of everything creaking under her weight. And then, just her hand reached the window. One of the metal fixtures she used to stick the chains to the wall flew off, and the chains all began to pull loudly and furiously every which way. She heard all the sounds behind her. She managed to get back on the roof from the window. Because of the weight of the bundle of chains, the other fixtures broke. And the one of the big birdcage attached to the ceiling fell to the floor with a huge noise. Under it was an image of Oyashiro-sama, his vessel, and the cage took off one of his arms and trapped some other implements beneath it. It took very long for her to grow scared of what she'd done. The family woke up her from the rest of the shrine grounds. A few other children heard and gathered around. Of course, Rika was one of them. And Rika's father, the shrine priest, with an angry look, ran over. Then, as for what happened next, it's painful to remember. The only one who knew where Rika's parents kept the key to the ritual storehouse was Rika. So he scolded her, saying this happened because Rika pulled a prank and hid me in there. He was very angry and menacing. Just look at him was enough to frighten anyone. He exposed Rika's back, took a short leash. His words at the time. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The voice. I still can't get it out of my head. I should have said it was me. Should have said so, to save my best friend from that false accusation. Without being afraid of Rika's father's terrible temper. Grated her teeth and cried, and crime she didn't remember doing. Ever since then, the world had been strange.
分かってるんですの。私にはこれはお社様のたたりだって。あの時、西宮殿を怪我して親友を見捨てた私への天罰だって。
お社様のたたり。
父も母も濁流に消えた。意地悪だったおばも死んだけど、誰よりも私を可愛がってくれたニーニーも私を捨てて家出してしまった。そして圭一さんが転校してきてやっと楽しい毎日が戻ってきたと思ったのに、今度は圭一さんが取りつかれてリカも殺されて。聞いたの私。お社様は本当にたたりをなすときは本人をすぐに殺さないんだって。親しい人から順に殺してみんな殺してから最後に殺すんだって。だから圭一さんもたたりにやられて、きっと今度はレナさんやミオンさんがたたられてしまうんですわ。そして殺したり殺されたり。もういいや。
落ち着けよサトコ。たたりなんかない。誰もお前をいじめたりなんかしないって。
I turned around, I was thrust away from amazing force. Giving my hands awkwardly placed on my head and continued to take the fall and lost my balance. I've been pushed not to the bridge, but to the side. So where's the stream? No, this can't be happening. Ooh, Let's make a close out to grab a cord hanging from the bridge. Far below me was the stream. We were pretty high up, and below were rocks of all sizes. If I fell, it clearly wouldn't be pretty. The entire bridge was tilted under my body weight. My frail little grip probably wouldn't last another minute before my fingers had to let go. Long live the king! I myself, but what if I shouted her name then? That's gonna save me? Well, that's scared why she did this. Finally, everything came back into focus, and I saw Satoko. I was surprised at what an odd expression she had. It was the first time I'd seen it. An expression of righteous anger. Oh, my own friend needed to die. What is this song? Aye! Ugh. That's an ugly face. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Meditation 1. Oh, ooh, it's funky. It's funky. Ooh, ooh,
Oh, yeah.
ooh, ooh, ooh. Keiichi just starts dancing while he's dangling.
We're playing the song, man.
She screamed, she jerked the big back to and fro. She didn't have to do that. I was going to fall anyway.
私はお前なんかには負けないんですのよ。タタリなんかに負けてたまるもんですか。お前になんか絶対に負けない。みんなを奪ったお前に絶対に負けたりなんかしない。
サトコ、これだけは聞いてくれ。
I don't know what my face looked like at the time. But it seemed like it was enough to quell Satoko's agitation.
俺のしたことは確かに褒められるものじゃない。いや、いけないことだったかもしれない。だけどお前に幸せになってほしくってしたことだったんだ。それだけは信じてくれ。
こいつ最後の最後でケイイチさんのふりを。
Falcon doesn't have any more desire to listen to what I had to say. For that to happen at the very end like this was tragic.
お前に褒められたくてやったわけじゃなかった。お前に幸せになってさえもらえればよかった。俺たちはダメなんだ。お前が笑っていないとダメなんだ。だから俺が消えたら笑ってくれ。俺が死ぬことで新しい生活を迎えたならきっと笑ってくれ。それだけ約束してくれないか。
喋るな。ケイイチさんの口調で喋るな。おじろ落ちてしまえ。
And those were the last words Satoko ever said to me. Those sad, tragic, and altogether unrewarding rewards. What on earth was I? My desire to make Satoko happy ended up like this. Where did I first go wrong? And what was the mistake I made? When did I make it? Was I the crazy one? Or was it Hinamizawa? If then after all this, I thought I wasn't crazy at all. It was the eerie world that was crazy. This world I actually wandered into that one night. Because that fun world where I never doubt all the crazy times we had as a club would go on forever. It could possibly have transformed in such an abnormal world. That fun world would have ended this way, with Satoko pushing me to my death. In the end, I was going to be swallowed up by this crazy world. Disappear. No, it probably already disappeared. Yes, probably. Night of Watanagashi. I'm sure that in the world I really belong to, I vanished at night and everyone was hurried. It was laughable that I'd taken this long to figure out I wasn't around anymore. Oishiro-sama's curse in the 5th year was Satoko's uncle dying and me disappearing. In the real world, Satoko had already been freed. Me and my friends were all lamenting my disappearance and randomly trying to get back on their feet. And even though they were down to 4 people, the club would reopen. They would have a good time without me. Waiting for the day when I would come back. Sorry, everyone. I couldn't come back home. But this is what I wish for. It's my last wish for Satoko's smile and her duty as our Nini. At this point, there'll be nobody left to torture you. Because Satoshi and I, it took 2 years, but we succeeded. That knowing toothy smile of yours, you wanted to see it one more time.
When you walk out.
Oh, shit. That hurt. Ah, fuck. Why could it have instantly killed me? Seeing the spam of a moment. And now I could die. I could say goodbye to this insane world. Farewell, Keiichi Mizawa. Thank you for giving me my second power to kill people whenever we put on it. So I'll list from one last thing. The death of this very world, of this Keiichi Mizawa, so that nobody would ever have to find themselves lost here again.
How about that, huh?
Demon, witness the final showdown. Oh.
Oh.
Oyashiro-sama. Nobody really knows what characters to write Oyashiro-sama. Knowing this is hard partly because depending on the time period. He has been called various titles, but all changes his name and nobody knows the real one. The second time period agreed on 4 syllables. O-ya-shiro are always used. The series is a shrine or yashiro, dedicated to Oyashiro-sama, itself become object of worship. Some people begin calling it O-Yashiro-sama or Lord Honorable Shrine, but that doesn't make a bit of sense. I don't know whether this is related, but people say the Furuta family, the most respected bloodline in terms of worshipping Oyashiro-sama, actually inherited his blood. The legend of the Furuta family passes down is for 8 generations in a row. The firstborn child is a girl. The 8th daughter will be the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. According to this legend, the characters for Oyashiro-sama's name should be O for honorable, Ya for 8, and Shiro for generation. The character assignment is something similar to thought up. There is no way to verify it. True, Oyashiro-sama named such under the presumption he would come again. The second coming of object worship can be seen in several religions, so this isn't unusual. 3D's legends have been calling the second coming of the object of worship a day of judgment or something along those lines. We must not forget it may be the end of the world. Furuta Rika, pampered and loved dearly by the elderly folk in the village. The rumor says she is the 8th generation, and Oyashiro-sama. I don't know the family tree that Furuta is, but at the very least I can confirm that for the past 2 generations, the first child has been a girl. Furuta Rika watches over Himezawa. The village will lose their protection. What would happen? Would peace between man and demon be lost? Would it become once it create a hellish landscape where man and demons run rampant? Gruesome feast of demons who suddenly remember how delicious the weak humans were, who could only cry and scream and run for their lives. What would that look like? Just imagine us to make my heart pound with excitement. Read all of Tatarigoroshi tips. Griffin?
Yeah.
How much should we have left? Not counting
About an hour.
About an hour?
Yep.
Should we call it for a day? It's 12:23.
No.
Okay, but we're not doing the after party tonight.
No, that's fine.
Okay, fine. Is that still good enough for me to split an episode?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Alright! Until then, have a gay old time, y'all. Peace.